Everybody, welcome back. This is Kyle Bazzi, president here at Benzinga.com, with you for the Benzinga Fintech Awards. Our next interview is Tom White from iQuantifi, CEO and founder. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Glad to have you here, man. Let's start off with getting a basic idea for those who don't know. What does iQuantifi do, and why did you start it?
Yeah, iQuantifi is a virtual financial advisor. It provides comprehensive and personalized financial planning and investment advice, primarily to young families and millennials, those that don't qualify to work with an advisor or prefer not to.
All right, how long ago did you start it, and how many employees do you guys have?
Yeah, we have 7 full-time employees, and I started iQuantifi actually from my previous financial planning and investment firm, where we spun it out of that. Which I had for about 17 years. I sold it recently to pursue iQuantifi solely full-time.
All right, cool. I love seeing companies created from a problem that you saw before. Let's start off right there. What problem did you recognize in the market that compelled you to create iQuantifi?
Yeah, so kind of the story of where iQuantifi came from is that as an advisor at the time, I had a firm and we had clients in about a dozen states, but it's not as if I was opening up offices in other states. It was more the fact that we were getting referrals and people were moving and maintaining the relationship. And so I realized that the best way really to expand that is to be able to automate the process, technology, and knowing that what iQuantifi is essentially the automated process of what I did every day as an advisor providing financial planning and investment advice. That's what we've been able to do. So, as far as we know, that has not been replicated at this point, automating the planning process.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a question that is the million-dollar question. Why is that so important to take that and allow people to do that automatically?
Yeah, so our mission at iQuantifi is to help people achieve their financial goals. The big problem isn't that people are not investing or people aren't budgeting. It's the fact that at the end of the day, with all that, people really are not achieving their goals, whether it is paying off their debt, whether it is building up a cash reserve emergency fund, whether it is protecting their family and their income by not having the right right type of insurance, and not knowing how much to save for college, for buying a home and retirement. All of those things are goal-based. And so iQuantifi works with people to identify their goals, shows them how much they need for those goals, where the money's going to come from, and then which specific product, which specific investment position they need to actually implement those goals. So the bottom line is helping people achieve their goals.
All right, so I log on, I'm in a web-based platform, and I input my goals, and I'm connecting my financial data, like my bank account and my income source, to that as well, and then kind of divvying it up into a budget of where it should go, and then taking it one step further into investments?
Yeah, so we have account aggregation. That's kind of a norm in the industry now, but to a certain extent, to start with, there are certain goals you don't even have to create on your own based on your demographics. If you have dependents, whether it's a spouse or kids, life insurance is going to be recommended, knowing that they're dependent on your income if something were to happen to you. Everybody pretty much will have retirement as a goal. If you have kids, college will be created on behalf of those kids based on their age. So simply coming onto the system, those goals are already created for you, and then there are other goals then that you can tell us that you actually want to achieve, whether it is buying a car, buying a house. The fact that we've been able to code into our system what we refer to as Millennial Goals, knowing that we target millennials, is unique. No other planning software we know has incorporated this, and the Millennial Goals I'm speaking about, for example, is renting. Knowing that a third of millennials still live at home, I'm sure it's a goal for them to eventually get their own place. I'm sure their parents are more than happy to help them with that goal. Millennials are holding off starting a family, and so in terms of family building, having a baby, another goal. Engagement, obviously, is the first step to that, and relocation. Knowing that millennials are not going to work for one company for the next 30 years, they're going to go after the career opportunities presented to them. If that involves moving from one location to another, then creating that goal and planning for it is important. So those type of things is what people can create on the system, tell us the parameters of those goals, and the system will figure out, based on their cash flow, based on the assets that they have, how that's going to be distributed and allocated to help them achieve those goals.
All right, I want to stick right there for a second, talking about what you guys do that nobody else does. There's other platforms out there that might have been in the press a little bit more, raising a lot of money for, robo-investing or advising, which is obviously the buzzword right now. You hit on the millennial thing right there, which is great. What else do you guys do, or what's your focus that makes you different and more innovative?
Yeah, so the big innovation that iQuantifi has is our core planning algorithm, and that goal prioritization software allocates cash flow and assets, so that if you have a goal of college and you have a credit card and retirement, knowing your income, your expenses, and what assets you have, it's going to allocate all of those, so that when it recommends, for example, that you fund an IRA at $400 a month, it knows where the $400 is coming from, and then it'll actually recommend whether it's suitable for you to open up a Roth or a traditional deductible IRA based on your income, and then the specific investment position, whether you have experience in index funds or ETFs or actively managed mutual funds. It'll recommend very specific investment positions and funds. So all of that put together, the only really possible way for somebody to get that right now is to work directly with an advisor. And so we've been able to automate that whole process, and that's what's unique about iQuantifi.
All right, I get it. I like it. Talk about how long or where you guys have come from in terms of user numbers. What metrics do you track to show success? Is it traffic? Is it signups? And then what is your business model? How are you guys making money?
Yeah, I mean, we opened up the technology last March for the public beta, and then in September we demoed new features called the Cash Finder and the What If feature, which is scenario planning at Finovate in New York in September. And so at that point, we opened up our technology then to businesses, B2B, institutions, banks, credit unions, insurance companies, investment firms, and that's really our focus. So we have several thousand users in the system on the B2C side, which is, helps our mission of helping people. So anybody can just go on that want to get, good advice and know what they need to do. But we're not charging there. It's more about just having people, continue to promote iQuantifi. The business model is more directed towards institutions, knowing that they have the customers, yet it's not profitable for them to hire financial advisors for every single one of their customers, because, as you probably know, you need to be a certain asset, net worth, or income base for advisors for it to be profitable to work with an advisor. So we are essentially providing a virtual financial advisor to institutions to provide that advice to all their customers that will recommend their specific products to their users.
All right, Tom, this is great. I love what iQuantifi is trying to accomplish here. Give us the 30-second elevator pitch. Wrap this up for us. What makes iQuantifi so awesome, and why should you win the Benzinga Fintech Awards for the most innovative company that's helping people create wealth?
Yeah. I believe iQuantifi deserves to win the award because we are the only virtual financial advisor. We are the only robo-planner when everybody else refers to themselves as robo-advisor. And we help young families and millennials who do not have access to quality professional advice achieve their goals, from knowing how to pay off their debt, to saving for retirement, to saving for college, to buying that car and house. Our tagline at iQuantifi is Life Solved. We help people solve their financial life.
All right, big ambition, big reward. That is Tom White. Thanks for joining today, Tom, from iQuantifi, CEO and founder. Please go to BenzingAFintechAwards.com to check them out further, and also check out the other companies trying to change the world to help you make money. Tom, thanks for joining.
Thank you.